There was a shooting today in North Park Elementary School, located in San Bernardino, California. The current casualties are the shooter, a male, and a woman who the relationship with the male is currently not known at this point. However, in other relations to this, two students were also wounded during the scuffle or the incident. Now, they are not believed to be intended victims as they were close to the woman when she was gunned down. That is the news, and here is my opinion. Liberal California, my home state, the state of Reagan and Nixon, and Feinstein and Harris, as of recently, as well as Brown and Newsom. All these Democrats, all these liberals, all in favor of gun control. And this is mainly directed at Feinstein, who, you know, obviously went through the casualties of Mayor Moscone and Harvey Milk. But what I don't get is how she can tout the gun control and push for it and advocate for it. I even had a person last month who I tried to talk to about this that just kept saying, I believe in gun control, I believe in gun control. Why? Don't ask me why. I don't like to talk about politics with people I know. And that it seemed unreasonable for her to just shut herself off like that without so much as an argument or incident occurring between us. But I realized that you really can't defend this stance. Yes, we want guns to be regulated, but the regulations we currently have do nothing to stop incidents like this. And truly, if these politicians were serious about getting this done and protecting schools, they would put more officers and more officials who have guns with mental stability, and obviously wouldn't turn on us, in positions to where they can protect people who are unarmed. There's a level of credence to the idea, or the ideal rather, that uh, a good guy with the gun is the only one who can defeat a bad guy with the gun. There's truth to that statement. And the problem is we live in an era where people are able to acquire firearms and just go anywhere they want with them. So when I see news like this, I'm not surprised, but I am frustrated and bothered that we have these Democrats and these liberals and other people who support them thinking that these laws that they're passing are actually having an impact. When the fact of the matter is, you're actually alienating the people who probably wouldn't have done these to begin with and giving more credence to the people who are already planning to act in a criminal way. They're not going to go about legally purchasing this weapon. Or if you do set it up, they'll acquire some other way. The best thing to do at this point now is to figure out what can be done in the aftermath of this. And sadly, because this is not the first shooting we've had in San Bernardino, I know for a fact that we will have another one here. And I know for a fact that it will be the same standard from what we've seen now. Mark my words. It could be in San Bernardino. It could be in Los Angeles, in Yorba Linda, in Simi Valley. You are going to see another shooting at another school, and it's going to be the same stage of events where someone just walks up there, shoots, and all the politicians come and go, oh, it was heartbreaking, a terrible crime has been committed. But nobody will go out of their way and actually try to change laws and get some form of defense so that we don't see it again. Rhetoric can be good at times, can be effective, but not to the point where people are actually armed and staring you in the face with weapons. And it's so frustrating because the people who are going out and making all these claims about, oh, it could have it could have been me, it could have been this person. A lot of them would never be caught dead at these schools this stuff is occurring on. Ask yourself when the last time was you saw a politician go up to a high school that was either public or even if it was Catholic. I'm waiting. I can't think of a single time Governor Brown, Senator Harris, Senator Feinstein, Lieutenant Governor Newsom have gone up to these schools and tried to say, this is what we're going to do to protect you and your family. And we're going to put some officers up here to make sure that if someone tries something, they're immediately gone after. No, instead, really the schools just have to fend for themselves and hire security themselves. And that's a very bad scenario. Your children, all of you California residents like me, are going to schools where they are not being protected by their government. And I know a lot of people who are conservative say, "Oh, we want less government." That's good. Well, it's not good when government has the power and the opportunity to assign one, two officers to a school with firearms and let them serve as protectors to the people who don't have weapons. So if someone shows up, they can combat it. They can, you know, get the destabilize the person. We have enough cops to do that. There's no doubt in my mind. But no, we're just gonna keep having them roaming around and doing nothing productive as far as combating this issue. And I'm merely suggesting them because that's the first example that comes to my mind of where, we have this thing about, oh, law enforcement is evil now. They could be used effectively. But, hey, just let it happen more. It's really a shame. My heart goes out to the families of the two students and the female victim whose name has not yet been released. Um, I feel bad for you guys, and if I were an elected official, we wouldn't have these kind of problems, or at least if we did, things would get done immediately in the aftermath. And I would try, but what do I know? I'm not the governor who will do nothing while more people die and more blood stains my state.